Hello, my name is Mahrez Lala, and this is my micro lesson. Now, the part that I'm going to focus on is the independent practice of the listening. All right, students. So, as you can see, the listening was about a presentation, right? You were listening to someone presenting their own companies, and I hope you have been able to know more or less the different parts of the company and the turnout, the different markets, etc. Okay, now I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, do you think you can make a similar presentation about your own company? All right, Ahmed. What do you say, Ahmed? Hmm. With some help. All right. So you think that I will help you? All right. We'll see how I can help you. Yes, Azza. Yeah, you think you can? Oh, great, Azza. You have already presented. And in English too. Great, lovely. Yeah, what about you, Ahmed? Aye, you did. And it was a PowerPoint presentation or a different thing? It was a PowerPoint presentation. Good. And what was the event? What was the event? It was an international business meeting. Great, lovely. So you have already got the experience. Great. Yes. Okay. So this is the topic. So what I'd like you is to design the PowerPoint presentation, a presentation about your own company. Okay? So in order to do this, I would like you to remember to focus on the different parts of the presentation or the presenter we discussed in the listening focus part. So could you remind me of them, please? Yes. So, yeah. So in the beginning, what did the presenter do? You can refer to page 19, bottom of the page 19, please. Yes, look at page 19. So number one is introduce yourself. Number two, what's number two? Stating your aim, exactly. Good, you state your aim. Your aim is your objective. Great. Then number three is outlining the presentation. That is, saying what you're going to talk first and second and third, etc. That's outlining. Okay? And then number four is introducing new information. Excellent. Number five, what's number five? Changing to a new section of the talk. All right? And the last one is, of course, closure or ending your presentation. Okay, so 6 main parts, all right, you need to be familiar with. And you're going to use these headings, they are headings on page 19, okay, to guide you through, in designing your presentation. Now, the other thing that you're going to use, actually 2 or 3 main things. Now, number one is activity F, which contains all the different information that the speaker focused on. All right, he focused on different parts, so you can refer to activity F on page 19. All right, which we completed. Of course, you will listen to and then you complete it with information from the audio. Now, the second thing is those expressions which you somehow underlined, all right, and which you try to order, as they happen in the audio. And number 3, which is very important, I think. So if you look at page 19, bottom of the page, okay, under those headings which I mentioned earlier, you can see so many different expressions. For example, introducing yourself, you can say, hello, my name is, all right, okay, and then maybe you can also mention your position, position in the company that you are, that you are representing. Okay, good. Then you state your aim. So, for example, my purpose today is, all right, outlining the presentation. So, I will be talking about this and this and this. First, second, third, okay? then introducing new information. You give new information, new facts. All right, you mentioned new facts. Good. Changing to a new section of the talk. You see, as you talk for some about something, and then you move on. So people usually use this phrase, which is moving on to. Moving on to. All right. This is a very useful phrase when you are giving a presentation. All right. There are other, of course, phrases or expressions which you can use, and they're there. And then ending, of course, we usually end with thank you very much, or thanks for coming, or thanks for listening. Okay? Right. So you're going to work individually for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 actually, 10 to 15. You're going to work from 10 to 15. If you finish in 10, great. Otherwise, you still have 5 minutes maybe to recheck and edit and maybe add a few things or improve things. Okay? Right. Okay, so take your time. Of course, remember to use your company's website, because all the information is on the website. So I think you can have access to the company's website because you work in those companies, all right? And you have access, and the information is certainly there. So whatever you need is very handy. Okay, so take your time, and then we'll check in a few minutes. All right, guys, I can see that you've finished, or most of you have finished, and some of you are, finalizing or editing a few things here, a few things there. Great, lovely, good, Ahmed. Oh, Ahmed, you think you're ready? Okay, now before you're ready, actually, you have the presentation, you have the PowerPoint, okay? The PowerPoint is with you, right? So now we are going to be your audience. Your audience, okay? So you are somehow playing the role or role play this presentation, imagining that you are at a business meeting, okay? Now remember the following thing. No, things rather, not thing. So now we did a few presentations before, and we focused on how you make the presentations, and that you should not overload your slides with text, etc. Include graphs, include pictures, few bullet points, etc. But mostly speak and remember these things. What's that? What's that? Amen? Eye contact. So you need to keep looking, all right, keeping your audience in full view, in scope. Right. The other thing is that your voice. Yeah. Generally, you can speak with a mic, but I think some of you may not need a microphone, and that you can speak and make sure that your voice projects and everybody in the room can listen to, can hear you. Now the other thing is body language. No, don't just show that you're tense or frightened. Just relax, okay, with a smile, and stand in front of your audience and talk. Maybe you need to train before you talk, and that's what you should do. Now, great. Now, one of you is going to do this. Just an example. Just one of you only, and the rest is going to be are going to go at the beginning of the next session. Yes, Ru'a, go ahead, Ru'a. Great, Ru'a. I think you deserve an applause from us. Yes, thank you very much. That's really great. Lovely. Thank you. That's good. Good, Ru'a.